Today we are Monday and I'm starting the day with my Korean class before heading to work.
주말에는 저는 어떤 음악 파티에 갔어요. 왜냐하면 브뤼셀에서 우리나라에서 근데 제가 친구랑 좋은 시간이 보내서 그래서 괜찮아요.
And some of my friends asked me before why I am doing this before work and not after, and there are two reasons. And the first reason is because after work and after the gym, I literally would not have the energy to really be focused while studying, I think. And also, my tutor is in Korea, so she's not awake at 3 a.m. when it's the evening here in Belgium. So 7 a.m. just works well for me. Before starting meal prepping, I really thought I was someone who could not enjoy eating the same thing every day, but now I am convinced that this works perfectly for me. First, because I was lying when I said I thought I can eat the same thing every day, because during high school I literally ate the same lunch every day. It's called tartine avec jambon fromage. Not that I liked it so much, but I mean that's what a lot of people eat for lunch here in Belgium, so that's what I ate too. And second reason why meal prep works for me is I could never take the time to prepare different lunches or even dinner every single day. I just prefer the pain of meal prepping once a week for a few hours rather than the pain of cooking every day. And lastly, I would say eating out for lunch is not cheap. And I don't want to spend all of my money on 80 € sandwiches, so I just do my meal prep. Going to the gym is still not the most exciting thing in the world, and I have lots of days where I would rather just go straight up home. But it is true that I've been starting to kind of like it or kind of feel more used to going to the gym these days, and also I kind of like working on getting the exercises right. And honestly, I think going to the gym is the most convenient when it comes to sport for me because I don't want to run. And so I don't want to run, so I just go to the gym. So right now we are Tuesday and it's currently something like 7 a.m. I woke up a bit late today as usual, but I went to bed on time yesterday, so that's a good thing. And now I'm going to study some Korean. Since last week, I started doing warm up at the beginning of my workout, and honestly, I wonder why I did not do that before. Like, seriously, it just feels so much more right when I exercise after a warm up. I just got back home, and right now, while I am eating, I will try to work on making some content creation, and let's see how far I can get. I actually was just organizing videos and files because at some point I imported like a lot of videos from my phone, but just like in one folder, and I completely forgot what each one of those files was about. So it took me time to rewatch everything, classify it, and I think it's kind of shallow work because I wanted to avoid editing or like more complicated stuff, but at the same time it's work that I've been putting off. So, and I was able to review some older videos that I made, not even videos that I necessarily wanted to post, but just videos that I made while traveling, and I was like, wow, that is so cool. All right, so now I'm just going to wrap up the day and spend some time doing things I enjoy, let's say. I think the glute workout is the workout where I have the most difficulties finding the right way to do the exercises. Like for the hip thrust, it's only after watching tons of videos and trying for months that I now feel like I'm starting to get it. Before, I often felt it more in my quad or even in my lower back, and I still do sometimes. So what I'm doing right now is, instead of wanting to go too hard on increasing the weight, although I'm already pretty high, I think I decreased it, and now I focus more on getting the proper posture. From all of the videos that I watch on the internet, what I understand that is important is bracing my core, keeping my chin tucked through the exercise, putting my leg in a way that my calf and quad make a 90-degree angle, and tucking in my pelvis. I think what I still need to figure out though is when to breathe. So I try to think about all of those different things when I do the exercise, but it's still not really easy to be very coordinated. I really try also to think about this mind-muscle connection. But anyway, in my case, what has been a real game changer is bracing my core, because not only for the hip thrust but also for every other exercises, when I think about bracing my core, I just feel the exercises for the leg way less in my lower back, and I feel much more like the muscle that is supposed to take over takes more over. Or at least that's how I felt when I brace my core. Romanian deadlift is also definitely an exercise that I still need to figure out. I think right now my form is not too bad. During this workout, for once, I was not feeling it too much in my lower back and more in my ischios and my glutes, and it was really the first time ever this happened. So I was so glad. Actually, something I changed in my format of watching so many videos is trying to look at a point near my foot and keep looking at it as my hips go back. The part that is still difficult is when I go back, because I feel like I tend to round a little bit my back and I do not keep my core braced. But anyway, that's why I'm still not going too heavy on this exercise. I do genuinely love analyzing how I do my exercises. My goal is really to attain a good form when I do any kind of exercise, because I want to be able to go heavy safely. Back is also an exercise that I need to figure out. I feel like I need to figure out this entire workout. Before, I was feeling it a lot in my lower back, which was so hurtful, but now that I'm really thinking about raising my core, it's better. But now the issue is I feel the quad of the leg that is standing work more than the glutes in my working leg. So I'm now still trying to experiment how I should position myself by using a step. Anyway, I need to figure it out.
I am so tired. I woke up at around 5 a.m. really hard. Also, I went to bed too late later. I cannot commit to going to bed at 10 p.m. at the moment, but I guess today I will commit to it.
Doing language exchange has definitely helped me a lot to improve my speaking. I really force myself to express myself only in Korean, and recently I started also trying to paraphrase when I don't know how to say a word. Language exchange has also been a good opportunity to meet super good people that I was able to even to meet in real life afterwards. So I'm super grateful for this opportunity, even though some weeks I just want to skip. On Friday, when I have the strength, I try to cram on the housework. Not the most funny thing, but it has to be done, so. As always, I am reviewing my vocabulary. I feel like it's the only thing I do during my independence decision at the moment, and this definitely has to change. I think I need to either change my method, because honestly, I think it's not very effective, or reduce the amount of vocabulary that I try to cram in one day, because right now this is me studying vocabulary again and again and again and again and again and again. I think I'm a real warrior sometimes, because how is it that I had the strength to even undo my twist? Of course, I started my day by reviewing some vocabulary again. Then I went grocery shopping, and time flies till it is time for me to wash my hair. Honestly, I think that because I was filming a lot and I'm using my phone as a camera, I definitely spent way less time on my phone compared to usual. Also, I was really trying to follow my crazy schedule, so I probably did not achieve that much on a weekly basis usually. But it was definitely a good challenge. I didn't film anything on Sunday, so I will end the video here. If you like today's video, don't hesitate to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!